Yo, what is going on, everybody? I just want to check the volumes. Can everybody hear me? Is everything all right, man? Let me know if you guys can hear me. We got quite a few people in the house tonight, man. What is going on? Jason is in the house. Hey, all. Hey, Ninja. Hey, LP. What's going on, Jason? Scott Hughes, the man. Thank you, man. Thank you for being here, Scott. I appreciate you. We also got Yojo Jerk in the house. What is going on, brother? Hello, Ninja, LP, and chat. What is going? Everybody got to check out his channel, man. He got such a great channel. He's entertaining. If you guys think I'm entertaining, I'm like a 5. He's a 10. That man is definitely entertaining. What is going on? Everybody's saying that the audio is all good. Cosmic Gladiator channel member, what is going on? And what's up? What's up, man? Wow, we got a celebrity in the house. Analog Toys is in the house. Well, of course, he uses the word geezers. Who uses that? Tony does. Tony uses that word. What is going on, everybody? Alex S., what's up? Evening and hello. Hope everyone's having a good week. Greetings from Costa Rica. What is going on, Alex? I hope you're doing okay. I hope the family's doing okay, man. Tonight's going to be an interesting stream. I never thought I would have to go back and forth with one of my YouTube brothers. How Jordan, what's going on, man? Oh, we got another celebrity in the house. Toy Stalker is in the house, man. How's it go, everyone? What is going on, Toy Stalker? What is up, man? Hope everything's okay. Definitely one of the best stores that I buy my action figures from is Toy Stalker. Denzel Fit is in the house, man. The mutant with muscles. He's back. He is back. What's going on, man? I hope everybody's doing all right. Shout out to Woody, man. Tonight we're gonna have a pretty chill stream. Let me just hit you guys off with a pretty quick story time before we invite our beautiful guest. But back in the day when I started first being consistent with YouTube, I didn't plan on live streaming at all. Didn't care to ever show my face. I didn't care to do any of that stuff. And then this little guy, he's not a little guy. This big guy, actually, that I pretend he's a little guy, named the legendary White Potato. This was even before he was the White Potato. He invited me on. He was the first person to invite me on to his channel. And his channel is called the 3POA. For those that don't know, the link to his channel will be in the description below. But he invited me onto the 3POA, and that was the first time that I was on camera. First time on any channel. It was the first time that I was on camera. So I said, hey, you know what? One day, eventually, when I start to build my own little community and I start going live, he will have to be the absolute first guest, because I was his first. You know what I'm saying? He was my first. I should say that. He was my first. I know how ditty that sounds, but it's okay. It's all right. So I want to take a quick moment. Let me check the chats. Okay. I just want to take a quick moment for everybody to welcome the legendary White Potato, aka LaserPants, to the channel, man.
Really?
You know that's never gonna leave. Oh man, we starting early. We starting early, man.
How's it going, Ninja?
How's it going, man? You all right?
No.
Why you not okay? You got the Mython glasses on? What's up? What's going on?
Besides a bad childhood, middle-aged.
Oh,
middle-aged man baby in my basement.
That's what you're gonna blame it on. Okay.
Yeah.
Middle-aged man baby in it. Has anybody kissed the ring yet?
Metaphorically, yes.
That sounds so sus.
Diaper
man.
Island kisses the ring by keeping his mouth shut and by not striking me, and he's done that for the past week.
Yeah, I guess he probably learned his lesson. I think I would learn my lesson too if I was down 500%. I didn't even think something like that was possible. I definitely would.
Oh, there he is. There he is right there. You hear him?
I definitely would learn my lesson if I was down 500% and almost down 1,000 subscribers. I
Mm,
think the last time I checked, he was at like 800 or 900 or something crazy. But yeah, I would stay a little quiet too.
yeah, yeah. Keep your mouth shut. Okay,
What?
diaper.
Why you gotta
Not
say
you.
it with so? You say it with so much masculinity behind that voice. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's all I know.
I hope so.
That's
I
all I
hope
know.
so.
No.
So I just before we get into the topic of the night, which is toy reviewing versus toy podcasting, and we're gonna figure out which one is completely better and which one should just never happen again. Do you have any recent pickups that you just want to speak about, praise or shit on? Any recent pickups at all?
I do. I do.
Can I
I
see some of them? Can you
no,
show me what you're working with, please?
no.
Come
Okay.
on, man.
Um, I don't know why I got this. I only want one figure from this set. But yeah, I'm a big fan of '90s animation. Right? X-Men, Spider-Man,
Okay.
Silver Surfer, those cartoons. But this came in, and I wanted it just for Morbius. So he's basically become a $50 figure for me. The Doctor
Sheesh.
Strange. I mean, I don't. Whatever. So I got that. It's been Legends heavy. I went to Target this morning before work, right when they opened. Only one walking in there, and I found the entire Iron Man wave. I told myself, I don't need this guy, right? This Count Nefaria. I don't need him. I did want Whiplash, right? So I got Whiplash. Also, they had the Model 1 gold armor Iron Man from the cover of, I think it's Avengers #1.
Damn, I
But
didn't know he was in that wave. I have to pick that up. That looks
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So they had him. I already had Model 20 and Model 9 from Amazon. And then the last one, I couldn't wait to open. As soon as I got home today, I had to open it. And that is this amazing She-Hulk figure.
I'm proud. I'm proud that the one you couldn't wait to open also has the most curves. I'm proud of you. You did good.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I think they really did a good job on this. I have almost no complaints, but it's a typical Marvel forward crunch. There's like hardly anything there at the diaphragm, but I know how to change that. I'm gonna boil and pop, get the Dremel, carve it out, give her a little bit more crunch. But it's an excellent figure. I highly recommend the She-Hulk figure. In fact, I saw that Yo Joe Jerk put up a review of She-Hulk today, but I didn't watch it.
I know. I put it on my watch list. I didn't get to watch it yet.
I didn't watch it because I wanted to open it myself first, so he didn't taint my opinion. But I don't think he's going to taint my opinion because this is a very good figure. I also, what else have I gotten? Oh, I think I talked about this on my show, but I got her from Amazon. I got Wolfsbane.
Oh man.
Haven't opened it yet. Oh, yeah. I think. Oh. So my kid goes to buy some Mario game that just came out. Mario. It's like an old Paper Mario game, just got re-released. So he's at GameStop. Well, he calls me after school. He's like, "Dad, I'm at work. Dad, is it cool if I go to GameStop and get the new Paper Mario?" He's like, "I got my own money, Dad." I was like, "Well, sure. Is your mom going to take you?" And yes. So she takes him. I'm like, "Listen, I want you to FaceTime me from the action figure section.
Okay.
Let me see what they have." And guess what they had? Old ballsack head
Wow.
himself, Kiadi Mundi. Now, I'm not joking when I say old ballsack head, because I never noticed this in the movie, but if you turn him around and turn him upside down, the back of his
Come
head,
on, man.
it looks like
Come
it looks
on,
like a
man.
scrotum. It does look like a scrotum, a Caucasian scrotum.
What did you see a meme or why did you turn him upside down yourself and find that out?
I'm looking at it like this. I'm like, well, that looks like, oh, okay. That's a scrotum. The back of his head is definitely testicle skin.
I think this is why people look forward to my lives because we're so accepting here and there'd be a lot of diddy ass behavior that happens here.
Oh, no, Diddy. I'm just saying. George Lucas was inspired by something when he designed Kiadi Mundi for the Star Wars prequels.
Okay.
But you know, so far of all the Jedi they've done, I think this is the best as far as range. Because Black Series goes with single joint everything, single joint
Right.
knees, elbows, but the range is really good. And they put his hands on ball joints, so it's not just hinge up and down or left and right. It's an
Hmm.
actual like swivel. So very posable for Black Series. Kiadi Mundi, aka Scrotum Dome. I highly recommend this figure.
So,
Yeah.
two things. Is that everything, or there's more?
Um. Oh, I went ahead. So the '89 Batmobile McFarlane was on sale, and I already had
Hmm.
the shiny version, which I made a video of when Suka sent me some 3D printed parts for it.
Hmm.
When I ordered the keg set from Ramen Toy, I got the non glossy version, the flat black,
Okay.
right? But I have the glossy version Batmobile. But I was thinking in my mind, well, I'll just flat black the whole thing, right? Just put a clear
Hmm.
coat on it, and it'll flatten it up. But that takes time. That takes time that I don't have. It was much easier to make 2 clicks on Amazon and have the correct Batmobile, the flat black Batmobile delivered to my house, and it was down to like $50.
Yeah, can't beat that.
So that's what I got that, but it's still in the shipping box, which was really huge. My wife's like, "What is this? You just got this is huge. What are you buying?" And I
Now
said, "Don't
look,
worry about it."
we're not getting off topic, but will you be on like the craze to get that tumbler when everybody else is online trying to get that Batman tumbler?
No, and I'm
Okay.
going to tell you why. It looks like it actually scales well with 7-inch figures.
Hmm.
I'm not buying Todd's figures. I have all the Mafex Dark Knight figures. They're going to be too small for it. I have a shelf in the DTOL for them right there. This shelf. There's no way the tumbler's fitting in there. I just don't have room for a tumbler. I have the Justice League Batmobile from Jazz Inc. I just knocked something over, making gestures.
Look, Mafex runs pretty small though. Can't you use the old 6-inch line tumbler that had like the play features with the guns popping out? Can you use that?
Maybe, but I don't. I've never seen it or
Okay.
attempted to get it. I mean, the thing is, I'm going to keep Dark Knight to that one DTOF shelf
Oh,
for
okay. So if
space
it
reasons.
can't
So
fit in that shelf, basically you're not with it.
yeah, I'm going to pass on the tumbler.
Okay.
Maybe one day. I don't know, but I already have 2 Batmobiles now: the '89 and the Zack Snyder Justice League, or the
Hmm.
BVS version from Jazz Inc. Yeah. So I think I'm good on Batmobiles. I don't need the tumbler. I don't need. Oh, I also have the RC. The Batman.
Okay.
The muscle car
Yeah.
Batmobile from the
Yeah.
newest. Right. Yeah.
Did you actually play with it or no?
Oh yeah. No, it's up in my
Yeah,
kid's room.
that
He
thing is
takes it out.
fast. I like
Yeah,
it.
he takes it out all the time.
Yeah, those were the glory days of the engine of greed for me. But yeah,
Right.
it's a nice RC. It is a nice
It
RC.
is. Yeah.
Um, so as far as pickups, I can definitely relate to you. Are you able to build Zabu yet or no?
So I'm waiting. I have everything from the Zabu Wave
Okay.
except for cable. But our friend Scott Hughes today went to Toy Federation and he did find me a cable. And he is going to ship it out to me on Monday. And I'm very excited.
Shout out to Scott, man. Shout
Scott,
out to Scott.
Scott's the man.
So it's funny because that cable, the ladies went out today and found the entire wave for me, except for cable.
That's the way
Do
it's
you see
going.
how this guy is beautiful? He's
Yeah.
absolutely beautiful, but mine's is still handicapped. All I'm missing is cable.
Yep.
And
Me
every
too.
place that I check online, they're selling cable for at least twice the retail price. So I don't know if he's one per case. I don't know what's so special about him, but maybe it's just a
I
design
just
people waited for.
I think everybody wants them. I think everybody
Okay,
wants them because they want to put them in their Marvel versus Capcom display.
that's what I was
Or
assuming.
yeah. So if you're buying the Jada Toy Street Fighter, you're gonna want them, even if you're not a Marvel Legends fan, probably. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, and it's cable. and he wore that costume in the animated show that was just a huge hit on Disney Plus. So he's going to be the most coveted figure from that wave for a very long time.
Okay, shout out to Casual, the toy collector, man. What's up, Kaz? I hope you and the family are doing okay. He said the She-Hulk is a good one. That seems like the general consensus that I'm seeing online is that that's definitely a good one.
Yep.
So 1 second before we get into the topic, I do just want to take a moment to say happy birthday. Tomorrow is a channel member's birthday. Age of Relic, New York City. Tomorrow is his birthday, and I put up a post in my community tab on YouTube telling anybody to ask questions regarding podcasting and toy tubing and stuff. And he did mention that tomorrow was his birthday, so shout out to you, man. I hope you have a chill, peaceful birthday.
This is AJ, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because he reached out to me, and I haven't. Listen, I get a lot of messages. I haven't responded to him yet, but I'm sorry. It's not personal. It's just I'm busy during the day.
I know. I got to tell people that all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely happy birthday to him, man. Tomorrow's your birthday. I hope you enjoy it. I don't know if he's in the chat. The chat's been moving. I can't tell if I saw him or not. But I'm definitely happy birthday to Age of Relic. If he's not in the chat, he'll catch it on replay.
No, I think I saw him. V Conley's in there. Yeah.
That's awesome. Happy birthday, man. I hope your day is peaceful tomorrow. So, just to start it off, I have something starred that we're going to address. But just to start it off, for those who don't know or they're not familiar with the white potato, the white potato is going to be a running theme through the night. So why don't we just start off with where did that come from and why did it stick?
So it came from...
I need the accent, but go ahead, keep going.
I'll get to it. So where I work, there is many Canadians that come in to my place of employment. Many of them are of East Indian descent, and one of them named Avtar. He sees me, and I'm not a small person. Okay.
What's his name? Say his name again.
Avtar.
Okay.
It's his name.
Yeah, it's a funny name because I've met people like that with that name as well. It's pretty.
Yeah. No, nice guy. Mm-hmm. So we're always giving we're always giving each other shit. We're always busting balls down there. So I say something to him, and he comes back. He goes, "Hey, look at you, white potato." Okay, he does that, and I'm like, "What did you call me?" He said, "White potato." And so for some reason, I told that story on a stream on Bobby's channel one time, and that was well over a year ago, and it stuck.
Once you put it out there, it lives forever, right?
Yeah, forever. Yeah, no, I'm learning that. Yeah, the internet is forever.
Give me 1 second. I'm trying to figure out, just for future references, how do I full screen you? Because I wanted to full screen you when you did the accent.
Oh, you just gotta click the little box on my picture down below.
Oh, okay.
See how I'm in the...
Oh, wow. Yeah, look at that. Look at that handsome white potato right there. Okay, you messed up. You shouldn't have shown me how to do that. But okay. So, guys, that's where the name white potato comes from. So when you hear me referencing him as the white potato, or anytime you ever hear that on my channel, this is the man that I'm talking about. But just some quick questions for you. They also do concern with podcasting. It's going to be mixed in with a lot of these questions. But I'm just curious because I've watched you podcast a lot. I've spent, what's a good way to word this? I think I've spent quite a few hours watching you on screen. I think that's a good way to word that. Don't smile. He turns red for everything too, y'all.
I'm not red.
Nah, when y'all see him turn red, please comment in the chat that y'all see him turn red. But anyways, you podcast a lot, man. I've listened to you talk a lot, but there's things that even I don't know that I really did want to know. So I said, what better time to ask him these questions? What?
8 inches.
What?
What?
Come on, son.
Are we not,
oh my
I don't know.
God.
That's not the first question.
Yo, this is not the members. This is a public.
Sorry.
Save that for the members. All right, look. What age did you start to consider yourself an actual collector? Now, that might sound like a weird question, but what I mean for everybody is when we're kids, we're just kids playing with toys. What age did you identify as a collector? When we was growing up, people didn't identify as weird shit or giraffes or whatever. But what age did you start to identify as an actual toy collector? And how did it make you feel too?
I mean, I guess 15.
15?
See, the whole thing was Star Wars Power of the Force 2 came out in 95, maybe late 94, right around there. I was 14 when it came out. So I would kind of when I saw him at the store, there was the internet existed, but it wasn't like it is now. You didn't know stuff that was coming, right?
Right.
It would just you would just see it at the store. Well, there was a Target like 4 blocks from my parents' house. So I would just walk to Target sometimes. You know, it was the 90s. It was safe. So I go into Target and all of a sudden there's Star Wars toys on the shelf, which I had pretty much never seen because the Kenner line ended in like 85. They were probably all off the shelf by 86 when I was, 5 years old. So I never remember seeing like Star Wars Kenner on the shelf, but I loved them. And I got tons of them secondhand, swap meets, yard sales, older cousins, right? So when they returned to the shelf when I was 14, I was like, oh my God, Star Wars is back. And that's when like rumors were starting about, well, they weren't starting, they were official. George Lucas has said, I'm making 3 more movies, prequels. And he had like the movies just got re-released on VHS and they were talking about redoing the special effects and re-releasing the originals, which I was like, oh, this is going to be awesome. Little did I know. And so I see these toys on the shelf. I'm like, oh my God. And so I start buying them. Right. And I kind of played with them at 14, but not like not like you did when you were 11, 12. Right. So I wasn't playing with them and I realized, well, I don't really play with toys anymore, but I still want them. Like I see them, I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I got to have it. So that was probably when I was like 15 and my parents would still like, when it came to gift time, my parents would still like they bought me the Millennium Falcon one year, the X-Wing that was in that line. I started it like around 15. I started to keep some in the package and I, push pin them to my wall in my room. So I would say 15. That was a really long way to say 15 years old.
No, because I would have asked
collector.
anyway. Yeah, I would have asked anyway. But it's interesting to me because I'm assuming at 15 is when you start to realize, hey, maybe I'm not a kid anymore. I would have to be considered some type of a collector because I'm no longer a kid just playing with toys.
Dude, I mean, I had Star Wars toys and posters all over my room. Like the walls and the shelves were covered, right?
Star Wars was your biggest franchise growing up?
Oh, yeah. Big time. I remember my parents had this guy that would he would do work on their house. Like he built them a garage and he built them a deck and stuff like that. The contractor. He became a friend of the family. He would see my room and he'd come in. He had a little bit of a hillbilly-ish type accent. Hey, I'm going to go check out Vaderville. He called my room Vaderville. Because there was just so much Star Wars,
That's so lame.
Yeah. Well, he's a simple man. But
oh man, that's funny.
So yeah, it was where was I going with that? I don't know. Oh, so yeah, my room was plastered in this stuff, right? But then at 16, I was working, I had a part-time job after school and there was this girl, right? And she was going to come over. And I had to hide all that shit. Like I took it all off the walls. I took the posters. I'm like, nope.
Yo.
She's not gonna know I'm a nerd because I didn't like broadcast. I was a nerd at school. I was low key.
Look. Does the missus know that you had biddies coming over since 16 years old?
She does now.
Okay. Oh man, that's priceless. That's funny, man. Did you ever, anybody in the chat, this is a question for the chat and Ryan, did anybody ever watch the show Room Raiders? Where like
I remember Room Raiders.
That's what she was worried about.
I was. By the time I was in my 20s, I'd totally grown out of that, Like I didn't care. Like
Just Jeff.
I got my first apartment was a 2-bedroom apartment, and I got 2 bedrooms just so the second room could be for all my toys, and I had it set up with my computer and my video games and stuff. I did not care, But at 16, I was like real nervous.
I admire the fact that I mean, granted, when you had her coming over at 16, you tried to clean shit up. But even when you got your first apartment and stuff, you never tried to not be you.
No, I had totally grown out of it. I didn't care. I was like, "This is me. Take it or leave it."
There's not a lot of guys do that in the hobby. I notice. I'm also one like that. It was always, hey, accept my figures or you got to go. But I notice a lot of guys, they do have trouble with not hiding it per se. You know what I'm saying? I understand when you're a young teen, but by the time you got your own apartment, the fact that you made sure you had another room just for the collection is wild, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question I have is, if you had more free time, or if you could, let's say, do the 3POA podcast full time. Because like I said, I'm assuming everybody that's here is already subscribed. But if you're not, the link to his channel is in the description below, the 3POA podcast. But if you could do it full time for a living, would it still be mainly podcasting, or would it primarily be reviews? And why?
It would definitely be podcasting or live streaming. That's what I really love to do. I've made really bad videos for the channel before, poorly edited,
What do you mean, like reviews?
Not really. I mean, remember I did that His Tank unboxing?
Yes. Yeah, that was an
stupid.
unboxing.
It was dumb.
But people have fun.
Know. Right, but I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't like doing that kind of stuff. I don't like the tedious. Like, hats off to you and to Retro Blasting and Analog Toys and the guys that put all that time into editing. I can't sit in front of a computer for 8 hours at a time. Like, I lose my mind. But being live in front of the camera on the spot, I love this. Like, I would love to do this. When I was a kid growing up, I wanted to be a radio DJ. I would record myself.
I didn't know that. That explains a lot.
I would record myself on 4-track tape, like I was doing a radio show. So yeah, definitely I would be a live streamer if I could do it full time.
So it sounds like you always had like an extrovert or type of personality to want to be basically a DJ. I mean, you can't be like quiet, right?
I don't think. Yeah, I wasn't really like that until probably after high school.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did DJ for a while. But
I don't know how many people see. This is good. This is why I'm asking the questions, because I didn't know about, having thoughts and biddies coming over at 16 years old. I had no idea about that. I had no idea you was a DJ. There's just little things that, we're finding out about the white potato tonight that is really, really nice.
It's funny because my older brother is like 5-6 years older than me. And when he was in school, he was like the cool kid, right? He was like high school, he was like the athlete, and he's not built like me at all.
Okay.
He looks more, he takes after my dad's side, which is more Native American. So he has darker skin, he has darker hair, and he's not skinny, he's thin.
Okay.
And he's a little bit shorter than me, but he in high school, he was like the cool kid. He was the extrovert. He was outgoing. But somewhere around, when he hit his 20s and then I hit my 20s, like, we flipped. And I was the guy, going out and being really social.
Did it have anything to do with the girl coming over at 16?
No.
Did that flip a switch for you? You finally got some and, became a brand new man.
Maybe it did, but it was yeah, you know what, Titan? I think my brother has probably seen Ghostbusters. I really don't know what it was, but I just became more of an extrovert and a more, a social person. And he is like a quieter type of shyer dude now. So I don't know. It's weird.
That's cool that y'all kind of switch spots.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, especially I would say, as far as toy reviewing and podcasting is concerned, since you like to be live, and since I don't necessarily enjoy always interacting with people. So at least when you're doing toy reviews, like you said, you do have just you in your own space and your own control. You don't have to worry about entertaining or interacting with someone other than yourself. So I do think it comes down to like a personality thing, which one fits you best. But I really did enjoy your unboxings, man. I think you should do some more.
Well, maybe
That
I
was
will.
nice, man. The chat, I remember that
Maybe
lot.
I'll do it and I'll make it for channel members.
Yeah, I think that
You
would be
know.
cool. Another question is, how long did it take for you to get your podcasting set up the way that you liked it? So I'm not saying that it's
Oh man.
perfect by any means. I'm not saying that you're not going to upgrade, because the channel is rapidly growing. So I'm sure you're going to upgrade. You mentioned multiple times that whatever small amount you do make on YouTube, you do filter right back into the channel and stuff. But
Yep.
at what point did it get to the point where you was satisfied, comfortable with it, or you liked it? How long did that take to figure everything out?
Uh, it probably took me like a good 2 years.
How many lives were within those 2 years?
Well, this is before the 3POA, so
Mm-hmm.
I did a weekly live stream on the Infinity Equation with those guys.
Yeah.
So yeah, I started with them in February of 2020. It was like just a few weeks before lockdown started.
Okay.
It wasn't until I remodeled my basement, which is the room I'm in now, and I had more room to spread out because I used to be in this tiny little bedroom upstairs,
Mm-hmm.
which is that's my wife's room now. Um, when I had more room to spread out and get a bigger desk and add stuff, so yeah, it was a good 2 years until I was down here that I had I decided to invest more into equipment, into
Okay.
hardware.
That's pretty cool because I'm guilty of this myself. I don't know how many people in the chat is guilty of this, but I see where he's at now. I see his charisma on camera. I see how he basically knows everything. He's jumping into people's lives to be tech support and shit. And I'm like, how long did it take for this guy to figure this stuff out, or to get this much of a handle on everything as far as podcasting is concerned? I know you give out great advice. You gave Manny some advice when it came to podcasting and stuff like that, or just setting his stuff up. But I'm guilty of seeing where you're at now and not realizing that this always wasn't you, because you do it so good. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
thanks.
But
Yeah,
2 years is a long time
listen.
to.
You can go back to the Infinity Equation days, or even early days of 3POA, and I'm much more reserved than I am now. I'm much more comfortable doing this.
I mean, it sounded like you was comfortable since you were 16 when you had girls coming over, but I'm not trying to get you into more trouble than you're already in, because you mentioned that that's her room, and that's definitely her room up there now after this live.
Yeah.
Okay, just another question, and then I'm gonna address some of the stuff in the chat. When it comes to podcasting, what are some of the most difficult things you had to deal with when it comes to podcasting and like on YouTube in the toy space?
I don't know. Probably just finding, like, this is gonna sound so corny. Finding my own voice and
Yeah.
just learning just to be myself and not, like I said, go back and watch Infinity Equation from 3 years ago, or even watch the first few episodes of 3POA. I was much more reserved. I wasn't letting my full personality go out there. I mean, I have friends that I've known for years that will tune in and watch the show or watch 3POA, and it's me. I'm not doing an act. It's my personality, my sense of humor. But I would just hold back a lot. I would hold back a lot in the early days, and it just, I don't know. At some point, maybe it was I just didn't care, or I
Okay.
just felt like I just want to be myself, and so just loosened up a little bit and drank a lot of whiskey.
You think that helped a little bit?
Sometimes.
I
Sometimes
don't.
it's like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have had that last one, and I'm trying to go through the chat like,
I don't know where it's at. I lost it in the chat. But It did look like we had another celebrity in the building. It looked like we had Dave from Displaying Model Behavior.
Oh,
And it's so funny that I seen his comment when we were talking about being comfortable on camera, because he's another guy that just, it looks like it just kind of flows naturally. Now, his video is entertaining because he, right here, hey guys, thanks for the entertaining stream to listen to while I'm organizing my show. Shout out to Dave,
right
man.
on.
One of the most consistent YouTubers that I've seen since Glenn Webb's probably. Like, he's definitely one of the most consistent. I don't know how he does it.
Yeah,
But
he uploads a lot, doesn't he?
yes, yes. I think at least every other day. It could be every day, but he pops up in mine like every other day. I feel like he eats, breathes, and sleeps YouTube. So shout out to Dave. But another question is, did you think that the 3POA would get to be as big as it is within this time, or did you think it would take longer?
I remember before we even started, Tony telling me, "Oh, this show's going to be great. It's going to be a hit," you know. And I'm like, "No, I don't know." and I still feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess I don't see it the way other people do, because I watch big YouTubers, you know, with huge followings. So I guess I always compare it to that. But the
Me
toy
too.
space is so small that, you know, it has seen success. I hate sounding like Viper Island, like I'm just blowing my own horn, you know.
No, I'm blowing it. I'm definitely blowing it for you, you know?
Whoa.
Oh man. Just addressing some stuff in the chat real quick. Guys, if you have questions when it comes to podcasting and stuff, we'll get to that in a minute. But the chat is definitely moving. Give me 1 second. The Canuck is in the building. First time making a live stream. Thank you for using your members chat as well. First time making a live stream. Free Ryan and Chad down with Diaper Island.
Yes.
Appreciate that, Canuck. Let's see. How Jordan hold the Diddy when it's laser pants.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
Oh
for
man.
Me.
Robert's Infinite Realms is in the building. Another YouTube star. Hey Ninja and Potato. You've been making some great videos. Some great, very analytical, very articulated, well-worded videos regarding the whole situation. We're not going to give that guy too much attention tonight, but if anything, we'll speak about him in a little while. But great videos, Robert. Definitely great videos.
I want to tell Robert thank you for all the support he's shown the past 2 weeks, getting the word out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So thank you, Robert.
Yeah, the people that have been supporting have definitely been noticed.
Yep.
I'll say that.
And shout out to Stacy as well.
Duarte Studios is in the building. LP used extra hair gel tonight on those luscious locks.
I don't ever use hair gel. I don't own hair gel. My hair is soft.
Just naturally.
See? No hair gel.
So you just comb it when you wake up in the morning?
I dry it off, a little salt water, and it's done.
Okay. 1 second. Disavowed is in the building. What is going on, man? What goes on all? It was actually because of Disavowed that the ladies were able to find this much, at least complete this much of this figure for me today, because he posted online, and I tell everybody, him and RG are, to me, the best toy hunters in the area, at least the Pennsylvania, Jersey area. So he posted online, and I had to try. I definitely had to try. But shout out to Disavowed for that.
Yeah, it's RG finds those deals, man. I'm always impressed.
Once again, shout out to Toy Stalker, man. One of the best places to buy figures from. They said, staying on topic, there may or may not be another Batmobile coming from McFarlane soon, equipped with a figure to keep it clean. You could say people have been waiting forever for it. That was clever. That was clever, man. So there you guys go. A little insider from Toy Stalker. What do you think about that?
I think I get what he's saying. And
I think so?
I think that Batmobile would be a pass for me. If I buy another Batmobile, it's Maybe Arkham, the Arkham series. Batmobile was
Yeah,
pretty cool. That one's cool.
that
But
would be nice.
maybe the animated series, but I only have one animated series figure to go with it, so I don't know. Might be out on Batmobiles.
Shout out to Toy Stalker. Pokey87, thank you for being a channel member, man. He said, I can't find cable anywhere. That is everybody's story. That's the story of my life. That's everybody's issue right now. Luckily, Ryan had one of his peoples find it and hook him up. But everybody's having trouble finding that. Once again, shout out to Scott, man. He definitely came through as the MVP for that.
Yeah, he found the last one at Toy Federation today.
And guys, it's not like Toy Federation is a little small unknown shop. So I'm assuming they got more than one in. And the fact that he was able to get the last one.
Their YouTube channel is getting huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Their videos are really good and they get great engagement.
Right. It's kind of like an episode of Porn Stars. PAW. See, I was already going to start. PAWN stars. It's because you never know what's going to walk through the door. So I think that's why people tune in a lot, because it's always a surprise every week.
Yeah.
Shout out to Largo's Layer. He said another reason Bath needs to be retired. Just give us the 2-pack with Zabo and Kazar. 100%. I agree with that. 3-pack because I really want the girl.
The only thing about that, and they're already mostly doing it because Baths are being phased out, it seems like to me.
Mm-hmm.
But they're going to stay the same price, and you're not going to get the Bath. You're
That's
going to buy the
trash.
Bath separately, right? You're going to buy the Bath separately, and it's going to cost you more, which is, that's kind of the way it's going. Look at that Hulkbuster,
Mm-hmm.
Look at, they did the Blob that way. All of those would have been Build-A-Figures back in the day, but now we're spending extra for the Build-A-Figure on the side, which has its drawbacks and its benefits. So.
Shout out to Greg, man. He said, I'm Polish. We all about potatoes. That was a good one. Scott Hughes, he said, Vaderville, okay, now you know that is now permanent.
Yeah, probably.
You set yourself up a lot of the time.
I have a lot more than Star Wars in this room here.
Yeah.
My childhood room was absolutely, dude, I had a Han Solo cardboard stand-up. You walked in, you thought a man was standing there. I had a C-3PO stand-up with the Pepsi logo on it. It was unreal.
So growing up in the city, real quick, I did have a cardboard stand-up of some like random girl from Old Navy. Like, I don't know if she was showing off her outfit. I don't know. But I would put it in my window when I left for school. So everybody driving by would always think that this girl was just staring in the window. And I low-key wonder how many people just stared at her and waited for her to blink, because it looked pretty realistic.
Yeah.
Because it was like on the 3rd or 4th floor. So it's not even like it was close ground level so you could see. But yeah, it was pretty funny. Hey, Age of Relic, man. Thank you. That means a lot, Ninja and Ryan and everyone. Thank you very much. Much love. God bless y'all. Yo, happy birthday, man. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. Nice, chill, and peaceful.
Age of Relic NYC.
Right. You see, I keep leaving out. You putting respect on his name. I keep leaving the NYC out.
That's okay.
That might be the most important part.
I'm going to be in New York later this year.
You said you're going to be in New York for the convention?
Yeah. No, I'm not going to the Comic-Con, no.
Okay. See, you said it like you're going to be willing to meet up with, some of your followers and stuff, and you're going to be here on business.
I'll be at Terrificon in Connecticut.
Okay. When's that?
The weekend before I'm in New York, because we're visiting some friends over there.
Okay.
Yeah, Terrificon is in August. I forget the date.
Shout out to Brian Dillingham with the $2 chat. Didn't say nothing, but thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you for the super chat. Figure Collective, man, an OG in the community. Thank you for being a member, using a super chat. Toy collecting is important, and so is a good drink. Cheers, fellas. Yeah, LaserPants, see, he definitely knows that.
Yep.
Shout out to Figure Collective. I hope you and the missus are doing okay, man. Let's see. We did get another super chat from Jenny. Articulated Ninja sending you lots of love, hugs, respect, and support from your New York family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're having a nice, chill, peaceful night over there. Thank you. Thank you so much. And we do have another member chat from Biff Jocko. Hello, good sirs. Have to catch the replay tomorrow. Have a good show and great weekend. Thank you. Thank you for commenting, supporting, being a channel member, and hopefully you do catch the replay, man. Shout out to Biff. It's Gonzo is in the building, man. I found a cable at the Macy's Toys R Us. Funny story. That's exactly where Disavowed found the entire wave. Was a Macy's Toys R Us. So I'm pretty sure it wasn't the same Macy's. So I guess guys, be on the lookout for Macy's Trues because it seems like they're hitting early with everything over there. Look, LaserPants looks like he's checking Macy's now. He's checking his local.
No. I got cable on the way. I'm set.
Oh yeah, Scott looked out for you. But yeah. I wonder if
you suckers still got to go find one though, not me.
I know. Hey, we got Mython the Python in the house with a members chat. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. He said, hello, Ninja Clan. What up, Ninja? Found my figures, ladies, and LaserPants. Still at work and gotta go, but I wanted to send some love to some of my favorite people. We'll catch the replay. Something for life. Appreciate you, man. Cannot wait to see you guys, especially you at DFW.
What do you mean something? That says AFC.
I was going to leave it on the screen longer, and then you got to co-sign the bullshit. So that's why
I'm just wondering what AFC is.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure. I told you it wasn't going to stick around and be a thing for too long. It needed to be pulled out for something important, you know? But you know all about pulling it out for something important, right?
Oh.
Yo, shout out to Felix for becoming a channel member, and shout out to I don't want to ruin his name. Zakanen. I like that. Thank you guys for becoming a channel member and joining the Articulated Ninja Clan. Make sure you guys stay for the private members chat. I don't know how busy LaserPants is, if he's going to stick around for a little while, but you know, he's trying to talk about inches here, and we don't do that publicly. So we're going to save that for the members, man. But thank you guys so much for becoming channel members. Now, let me just get back to some of these questions. Are you good? You good for more questions, or you feel too interrogated? Okay.
Oh man.
Fine. So, the next question is, did you ever think from podcasting you would have built a community and a following as big as you have?
No.
I mean, to the point. Damn, you're gonna have to answer so fast.
Okay.
I mean, to the point, you know, when you do go live. I mean, yeah, when you do go live, you have an incredible audience, hundreds of people watching. Your replays get thousands of views, and this is from a podcast that's, you know, they're not 10-minute videos. So the fact that you have so many people participating, you have channel members, did you ever think it would get to that point? Or what point did you think it would like stay at?
I can answer now?
Yeah, you can. You're allowed.
No. I don't know what I didn't expect I don't know what I expected.
It sounds like you should have listened to Tony. It sounds like Tony knew the answer all along.
Tony, yeah, no, he was clairvoyant. He knew.
He's a YouTube veteran, though. He has the experience, and you didn't want to listen to him.
Yeah. I should have. But I don't know how that would have changed anything.
You wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
You would have said, yeah, I saw this coming thanks to him.
I remember the first time we got like over 200 people watching. It was that Engine of Vengeance video.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like I'm like, this has to be an error. There's not 200 or more. And then it was like over 300. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on here? Like people want to hear about this Engine of Vengeance. And now, you know, to get anything less than 200 is pretty rare on the channel. So I'm very thankful everyone turns out for it, and I'm glad they're entertained. Thank you for
That's
supporting.
awesome that you
Yeah.
got it to the point where you could say anything under 200 is pretty rare. Like, that's a milestone. Like, the fact that that's a norm and up, 200 and up for you guys is something really crazy. What you guys are doing in the toy space, and I'm talking about everything considered, like the engagement, the comments, the likes, I mean everything. I don't see it done at all or done very often at all. And I'm sure there are some huge channels out there, you know. But I just they're not on my radar. I'm not aware of them. And as far as a podcast being you three guys, your charisma, everything together, I've never seen a podcast this successful this fast.
Well, thanks. Yeah, I just like I said, I was a bit more reserved in the beginning. I was worried. Oh, I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want controversy. And then I just said, who cares? Why is it that it's not that serious?
No, it's
I just
not.
want to be myself. I just want to say
Right.
what I want to say.
Right.
You know?
And I don't think necessarily it's not I the way you come off to me is you don't want controversy, but at the same time, you're not gonna not be yourself. You're not gonna not share your opinion. And now, if that's a hot take, then it happens to be a hot take, but it's still you being you.
Yeah. I now I'm not even really worried about it. I don't even think that way. Like, oh, this is going to be controversial. I'm just like, this is what I want to do. I think this will be entertaining. I think people will like this. I'll enjoy doing it, and so I do it.
That's awesome. If you could go back and do one thing differently regarding the success of your channel, what would it be? So
I
let's
would
say
have.
I would say not the infinity days, but the beginning of 3POA. What's maybe one thing you would do differently, approach differently, whatever.
I would have started 3POA sooner,
Yeah,
much sooner. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I would have.
that's awesome.
I just like having the freedom to just do what I want. You know, Bobby and Tony. Tony always gives me advice, but he just kind of lets me do what I want with the show, and same with Bobby. He's not really a YouTuber. He just kind of trusts me to do what I think is best on the channel. Um, and so yeah, that's what I do.
Speaking of that legend, Analog Toy says, "Who do you think has the best action figure podcast on YouTube, and why is it 3POA?" That's
What's up, Tony?
such a forced question with a forced answer. What's going on, man? I hope you're all right, man. I hope you're okay. We miss you over here, man.
Big time.
That was a good one. I love that one. But speaking to what he said, I do think that a big role that plays on it is, even though you guys all speak your minds, it seems like, maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like you all have very different types of personalities,
Sure,
especially with how you deliver messages.
sure.
Because granted, sure, you're not as reserved as you used to be, but you'll still try to carefully coordinate maybe certain words. Tony just throws the words out there. He's not going to try to carefully coordinate shit unless it's like one of his actual videos, which is when he does sit down to make a video, you can tell he's a mastermind at it. But when I'm
Yeah.
watching him on live, that man is just speaking his mind.
Well, I think we all speak our mind. We do have
Yeah,
different ways of approaching things.
exactly.
I think I'm definitely like the silliest. I just like to try to be funny. And I think even when I miss the mark and I'm not funny, I think that in itself is funny, or at least I try to make it funny.
Yeah.
Um,
Everybody loves your corniness and like your dad
right.
jokes. We all love them.
Yeah, very, very dad sense of humor.
Yeah, yeah. We love your Riz.
You love my what?
Your Riz.
Is that cap? Is that cap or no cap?
No cap.
Okay, no cap.
No kizzy.
Bobby is very aggressive. Bobby, he's like, he doesn't hold back anything, and neither does Tony. But they're just, I think they're even very different people. So,
Yes.
Tony, I think one of the reasons Tony knew 3POA would be a hit is because of the three personalities. And we were friends before we started the show.
I mean,
we had just done the first Iconicon when we started talking about it. Iconicon 2021, and then we started 3POA November 2021. So in those months, we were talking about like what we wanted to do, the type of show, you know, when it was going to be, the name, and all that.
right.
Yeah, but I mean, Tony knew it was the personalities that were going to make this show.
Right. I mean, and he should. He's the biggest YouTuber, like all around YouTuber, experienced veteran in the game. So maybe just all around, he's smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's what it is too.
I think everyone's smarter than me.
Yo, see, it kills me, man, because not only do we bust your balls, right? Everybody busts your balls, right? But
Sure.
you also come at yourself 24/7.
I do.
So it kills
why
me when
not?
people.
Yeah.
It kills me when people act like, you know, you're too cool for school, or your LaserPants is full of himself. What are you guys talking about?
That new Diaper Island account on Instagram. That some people think like they're blocking it, like, oh no, this is probably Viper Island's friend or something.
Right.
I didn't really care, but he posted this thread where he's just roasting everyone.
Yeah.
Like all these different YouTubers, like he roast. Oh man, I thought that was funny, and I'm like, why can't we just have a sense of humor about this whole thing?
Exactly.
Have a sense of humor about ourselves.
Yeah.
And just laugh. Like, I don't think it's that serious. Now, when it does get serious is when someone's flagging your channel and try to get in, deplatform you.
Exactly.
That's when it can get serious, and that's when we need to like come together and stand together. Whether you hate Classified and love Action Force, or you're both, or you hate Action Force and love Classified. Whatever it is, who cares? Like, I don't think anyone should be deplatformed. You know what I mean?
Right. And just something to speak on that in general. I did mention before that we do greatly appreciate everybody that's come out in support. Definitely appreciate all the support and the love, all the stand with Ryans, stand with Chad, stand with Guru, etc. It speaks volumes to me the amount of guys that I see that are friendly or associated, or they act like your friend, and that's part of the YouTube game that I'm sure you're familiar with. But when things like this go down, they're virtually silent.
Right.
And it's interesting to me because this wasn't a beef between guys just because they don't like each other. This was someone blatantly going, I don't want to say against the rules, but abusing the system.
Absolutely, it's against the rules. That's a great way to put it. And it's not just YouTube's rules, because what happened was against their rules. They know what fair use is, unless they're stupid, and I don't think they are. I think they're just petty. But I mean, look at me and you both got comments. What's with the toy drama? Just get back to toys. It's like, listen, if you want us to get back to toys and talk about toys, we have to say something about this, because he's trying to get our channels deleted.
Right.
And then there's no talk about toys when the channel's gone. So
it's like they think we woke up and just chose violence. Yeah. Like we just chose to be a part of toxicity or drama, or we didn't want any of this. Like you said, you would have laughed it all off. It was literally a joke. You would have laughed it all off. Right. Hey, I got Viper Island and just called it a day.
That's another thing I need to say again. Him taking the picture of the Nemesis Immortal Heads wasn't like the end of the world. I thought it was kind of funny. Like, it's my turn. I'm getting Viper Islanded. So I made some funny memes. I thought they were funny. Viper Island didn't.
Right.
And he started striking me. I'm like, what the hell? And then my Instagram's gone because of funny memes. And
because of someone abusing the system.
Abusing the copyright system, which is not for, hey, I'm offended, I'm going to report this. That's not what it's for. It's for actually protecting your own copyright. That's not what he was doing. He was petty. He was angry, and he knew I can get this guy taken down if I abuse the copyright system, which is illegal. So there's no neutral ground on that. And I'm getting a little loud. I'm going to get on my soapbox. There's no neutral ground. You don't get to say, I'm staying out of the drama. No, you don't get to do that. Okay, if you're staying out of the drama, you're with Viper Island. You want to see people's channels get deleted. That's it. That's it.
Right. And then, like you said,
We
there's so many creators that are just putting their head in the sand
right.
and just saying, I don't want to say anything. Like you said, I don't want to be a part of the drama, not realizing what those actions are contributing to.
There's yeah, exactly. Remember, you were neutral when he starts coming after you. Just
Right.
remember that.
And
Oh, you're
even
you
if
don't
it's
want
not him,
drama. You don't
right?
want drama.
Whoever it is, anybody that I've seen neutral stay silent or, yo, good luck. Good luck when it's you with whoever else or whatever. I'm
Yeah.
not speaking on shit. I'm not saying shit. I'm not nothing. Because you had nothing to say. You had no support when everything was going down. And this is a pretty easy black and white situation, regardless if they're fans of my channel, your channel, and this is just wrong.
If this listen, I didn't know about him getting people's Instagram deleted until it happened to us. I didn't know.
Me neither.
Otherwise, I would, because he did it to Punk with Toys, and he did it to Chaz this time. I don't know if this is the second time he did it to Chaz the Guru, or if this is the first time, but he's done it to a few people. It's not okay. If I'd have known back then, I'd have said something, and then copyright striking channels when what was on the channel is clearly fair use.
Right.
It's the definition of fair use, what I did. Used for transformative, to use it as commentary, criticism, and journalistic reasons. And he copyright struck me. He knew it was wrong. And now it's being reviewed by a human, and that video is going to go back up unless he wants to sue me. And I don't think he's going to do that because he knows he's going to lose, and he's going to have to pay the legal fees. So, yeah, we all have to, everyone in the toy YouTube sphere should be standing up and saying something and speaking out against him and unsubscribing. It doesn't matter if you don't like me because I made fun of your G.I. Joes or your Marvel Legends. Guess what? I collect them too. Okay? It doesn't matter if I said something about, oh, this doesn't agree with your politics. Who cares? I mean, this if this continues, more people will do it. Right?
Yeah,
and then
he
more
basically
channels
laid
will be
out the
affected.
blueprint. Yeah.
This will bring down the whole community eventually because it'll just be channels striking channels, and it's just a mess. It's going to be a mess if we allow it to happen. And so we got to speak out. We got to say something. I'm sorry, there's no neutrality here. There's no, I'm staying out of the drama. Well, then you're part of it. You're on the wrong side then. Sorry. Don't hear you saying that because then I'll know what side you're on.
All right. Like I said, I'm just interested because eventually it's going to happen again, whether it's with Swiper Island or someone else. Eventually it is going to happen again. And where it would have been an easy scenario for me to be like, hey, this happened, this sucks, and we should all be against this. I'm just going to stay silent. If assuming that it's happening to someone that stayed silent while it was happening to so many other people.
Right.
And that's, of course, if they're aware of it. But like I said, I think this put a lot of eyes on him and the situation. So to me, it's kind of hard not to be aware of it. And especially if you consider yourself a friend or an associate of the channel or whatever, but you just say nothing. That's pretty interesting to me. Jeff worded it really well. He said the fight for free speech and against censorship is a fight everyone needs to be in. We wouldn't have our platforms if it wasn't for free speech.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not even really like a free speech thing. I mean, I guess it is. It's just an abuse of the system. It's
to me, it's abusing the system.
Yeah. It's bastardizing the system to bring down someone you don't like. He can make fun of me. I don't care. He can call me mean names and make memes about me and say crazy stuff about me on his channel. Go ahead. But abusing the copyright strike system is crossing the line. It's beyond the pale. We can't allow it to happen.
Yeah, Retro brought up in his streams. Hopefully my mods in the chat can put Tony's video, Chad's video, and Retro's live that you are a part of. But Retro brought up a really good point, basically explaining and laying out how it's abuse in the simplest forms when it comes to copyright striking. And I mentioned it earlier because when I was listening to him talk, he did make the good point of saying that this guy literally laid out a blueprint for anyone that wants to stoop as low as him, which is crazy to me. And I just hope that YouTube, it seems like they're doing better than Instagram, but even what he's been able to do on Instagram is disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's some people in the toy community whose this is their livelihood. Imagine if it happened to them. Like, imagine if this happened to Shartimus Prime. I don't care if you like Shartimus Prime or not.
Right. Doesn't matter if you don't like him.
Could you imagine if his channel got taken down because someone didn't like something he said? Like that's
Yeah.
There goes his kids' food.
Right. Right.
That's a step too far. People say, "Oh, it's just toys. Why are you fighting over toys?" We're not fighting over toys. We're fighting over the platform that they're trying to take away from us illegally and wrongly. Okay,
Yeah, it'd be different.
Stop saying it's about toys.
Yeah, it's
You
not
sound
about
stupid
toys.
when you say that, person.
And
on
it
the
would be
internet.
different if it was unjust. You know what I'm saying? It's not like I mean, he's going after people that are just hashtagging, I stand with Ryan. Like, at what point is it considered too extreme? There's no rights to claim. There's no copyrights for him to claim on certain things that he's struck and down, and it doesn't make any sense. Well, I guess it does make sense. He's an ass. But
Yeah.
I've never seen, like you said, we talked about it before, but I've never seen someone stoop this low in all the debates that I've seen on YouTube.
I mean, the figure six pack says it happened to a toy kind of mood, and now it's gotten to the others as well. Did he strike them on YouTube? Did he strike a toy kind of mood? Guys, if reach out to me. I mean, let's talk about it.
Right. I'm
I
trying
don't
to
care
find.
put the differences in opinions of toys aside. Who cares?
Mhm.
I don't want someone else's YouTube getting taken down. It's not like, it's opinions about unimportant things. Why people aren't it's just so frustrating that there's people that aren't getting it, or they're intentionally not getting it
Mhm.
because they just don't like you because, oh, you're not on my side of the toy collecting argument, whatever that is. Like, shut up.
Yeah, just because they disagree with you. There's a lot of takes, and I brought this up before. There's a lot of takes that the ACBA crew and Boog that they make that I don't agree with. But I remember when his channel, I guess it got taken down temporarily or something, because I believe one of them posted that something happened to the YouTube channel, but then it was right back up right away again. This was a while ago, but I remember saying to myself, like, that's really shitty. And I
Yeah.
remember I was going to speak on it, but then the channel was back right away. So I was like, okay, I guess they got it figured out, or whatever the situation was. But it doesn't matter if I agree with your takes, if I don't agree with your takes. At the end of the day, just like you said, I want to say that I spoke out against abuse like this. And if I
Right.
just stay silent, I can't say that. So it doesn't matter who the abuse is happening to, whether I agree with them, like them or not. Wrong is wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone knows, the little spat between ACBA, or not. I don't want to say ACBA, between Boog
Yeah,
and
that's what
PPOA,
yeah, right. Because
right?
there's tons of great members in ACBA that do
Everyone
great
knows
work.
about that. That doesn't mean I want to delete his channel by
Right.
being a dickhead and copyright striking him. That's no, I don't want his channel to be gone.
Me neither. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I don't want him to call me a racist homophobe anymore. But that doesn't mean I'm going to strike the channel.
Right. Oh man. But yeah, we're not gonna focus on that for
Right.
too much. Let me get to some of these chats and see what the chat is going on, what they're saying. Let's see what's going on. Slam God says, do you use a service to podcast through/with, or do you do it right through YouTube?
I only use YouTube because I don't know. I've had some people ask, like, "Hey, can you put the show on iTunes or Spotify?" And I've thought about it, but I kind of feel like 3POA is a podcast in name only. It's really a video podcast. It's a live stream. I think without the video portion of it, it's going to lose too much. Maybe one day I'll do a straight up audio podcast, and I'll put that on iTunes and Spotify and all the others. But right now I'm just using YouTube. Like, I feel like everyone has access to YouTube. It's free. Yeah, there's some ads. I don't put mid-roll ads in any of the shows. So if they're popping up, that's YouTube doing that. I guess they do that now. They just put them in themselves. But yeah, so the only service I use is YouTube.
Okay.
Oh, do you do it? Oh, I think he's asking about StreamYard. I use
Yeah, I was
StreamYard.
gonna say
Yeah.
right. So I was gonna say, is he asking about a program? If the program he's asking about, then you use StreamYard.
StreamYard's we have the paid version, which is $50 a month. So that's another expense that super chats and memberships go to. But yeah, StreamYards is just so easy to use. It's like streaming for dummies. So that's
Yeah.
why I like it.
Yeah, I'm definitely a dummy when it comes to this stuff. Not when it comes to photography and lighting and all that shit, but when it comes to live streaming, yeah, StreamYard makes it super easy for me to figure stuff out. Thanks for asking a question, Slam. Blake, aka Recon Ray, says, "Hey Ninja, and my Pac NW neighbor LaserPants.
Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
Washington,
Love both of your shows.
Oregon, Idaho. Yeah.
Okay. Love both of your shows, videos, and directness. Thank you so much for supporting.
Thanks, Blake.
Appreciate it. He's an easy guy to like. He's easy on the eyes. You know what I'm saying?
Me or Blake?
You.
Oh, no.
Come on, man.
No.
Okay. Keys, thank you for being a channel member. Guys, if you have questions that you just want to ask about podcasting, or he's the star of the show, so let's primarily make it about podcasting. Now's the time to ask them. I'm going to try to get to them. I'm not sure if I'll get to every single one, but if you do have any questions, just make sure that you ask now. We usually try to wrap up around an hour 30, hour and 40, and then we're going to try to get out of here. Keys Collect says, what is y'all's favorite type of YouTube content besides toys related channels? Go ahead.
I love Ethan Van Sciver's channel, Comic Artist Pro Secrets. If you watch him, you probably see me, the inspiration that I take from watching him. I think he's one of the best streamers in the geek world. He's a comic book guy. I like that aren't toy related. I like Penguin Zero. Penguin Zo, I don't know. That got the long hair. Charlie.
Yeah. I love Charlie. Yeah.
I like his channel. What else? I like this guy is so cool. I love woodworking stuff. The channel name is Blacktail Studios. He's in Portland and he makes different pieces of furniture out of wood and slab. He does like the resin poured tables and stuff like that. I love that channel. I wish he uploaded more. He only puts out like one video a month. What else do I like? I watch Mr. Beast with my kid. Like, who doesn't watch Mr. Beast?
Right.
A new one I've been watching is Outdoor Boys. Have you seen that?
No.
Outdoor Boys is
great.
That
sounds crazy.
It's a dad and he's got like 4 or 5 kids, all boys, and they live in Alaska and they just do like survival stuff. They'll just go out into the Arctic Circle and dig in the snow and make a shelter in the snow and stay there for like 3 days.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
That's cool. Shout out to Backwood78. He said, I think Ryan is a great host and podcaster. I think so too. He's all right. So give me 1 second. Shout out to Blue Serendipity, man. So the white potato truly sprouted at 20.
At 20.
Also, thank you, Blue, for being a channel member and using your members chat. Need some more whiskey, Mr. Pants. Any requests, Ninja, Erica, or Jasmine? Hashtag AFC for life. See, I'll say it when I'll say it when she says it.
I still have lots of the SE Callahans. SE Callahans. This of the 2 bottles you gave me, this is my favorite. This is really good. But I'm good. I got plenty. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Blue. And I'm good. And I would just assume they're good, but they will definitely reach out to you and tell you if they're not. They're foodies, so they'll reach out with anything. Tony Horton, thank you for being a channel member. He said, what do you need to start podcasting? What do you need to start toy reviewing? You want to go first?
You have a smartphone? I think that's, you could do a basic stream or toy review with your smartphone.
Yep.
If you want to up your game, if you want to do, like a live stream, you can use your your cell phone. But I just have a simple webcam. This is a Logitech Brio. I don't have a super nice camera like Ninja here.
Stop.
But audio is very important, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Audio is invest in a good microphone. I made the mistake of going with Blue Yetis, and I went through 3 of them. They just kept breaking. Don't get a Blue Yeti. They're $100 each. I've gone through 3 of them. I should have just bought this one from the get. But yeah, you can start off with just your cell phone, and then buy more stuff as you go.
You scared me. That's what I'm using as a Yeti. So now I know when mine eventually breaks, I'm gonna have to ask you to send me the link for that one.
Maybe I had bad luck, but I never had one last, much more than a year.
Lord of Brooklyn, BK for life. Thank you for being a channel member, man. What was your first Grail figure?
That I got, or that I never got?
I would say that you got. I'm gonna assume
that I got probably first Grail. Probably my Pit Build-A-Figure. I remember seeing that wave. It was when Toy Biz ended their Marvel Legends. That went to Hasbro. Toy Biz kept going for a while. They were doing Legendary Heroes, and it was independent artists characters. And
I couldn't. Good shit, Hal Jordan. Good shit. Yo, why you gotta make it rise slowly too? Shout out to Howard, man. Thank you for being a channel member.
But yeah, so probably the Pit Build-A-Figure. I think I picked it up probably 6-7 years ago at this point. And one that I haven't gotten, which at this point I'm just waiting for an upgrade for them to do. It would be X-Force Archangel or X-Force Warpath. I never got those. They were in con boxes, or one was a Toys R Us exclusive. I never got those, but I think at this point those are both, I think, at least 10 years old or older. So I think it's just a matter of time before Legends does a redo and they're better. So, I also got Fin Fang Foom a few years back.
Yeah, that's definitely a grow.
Yeah, and that might be coming down in price if there's heavy rumors that the next HasLab is Fin Fang Foom. So
yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bionic, man. Thank you for being a channel member. He said, I'm getting tired of all the same department store hunt videos a lot of channels do. I dig the reviews of more unique figures, also getting into more of the kit bashing, customizing channel. Not so much of a question, but I do understand what you're saying. There is a lot of people popping up with the toy hunts, and I think it's because they can be fun, very simple videos to do, and I think that's another good route to start. Like LaserPants said, if you have a cell phone, I think it's a good route to start down, assuming your phone has decent quality. What are you going to say?
I will tell you, I have probably filmed a half dozen of those toy hunts.
Never posted them?
No. I'm like going through the aisle like, oh, here, guys. I got some Jazzwares wrestlers. And I'm like, I can't do it. I've deleted all that every time I make one.
Yeah, man. You got to be good, know what to shoot, know how to have your charm with it. Disavow does a good job. RG does a good job. They get straight to the point. Just really good stuff. So, but I do think that is an easy thing to do if you do have a decent phone. But like you said, you want to be entertaining. So you don't want to film, the 15 steps that it takes for you to get to the damn aisle.
And I stand out in a store. RG, he's a smaller fella. He kind of blends in with the surroundings.
Is that how you describe me too? Because we're basically around the same height. I'm an articulated ninja. He's a smaller feller. I think everybody is a smaller feller to you.
He's a diminutive bloke. You kind of blend in with the surroundings, but me, I stand out. I have this very fair complexion that pops like look at that, and I just feel like everyone's looking at me while I hold my iPhone at the toy shelves,
Yeah, you look scary, man. They don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, they're like, what is this weirdo doing? Why is he lifting up the shelves? Is that Rocco the Great? Nope. Okay.
Shout out to Joseph Ellison. Thank you for being a channel member. He said, "Sup guys, just got home. I'm a little late. No problem, man. Thank you for supporting." Jay Woods, thank you for being a channel member. Did your date break out a blue light when she went into your room, Laser? They want to know the details of how it went, but we're gonna save that.
No.
Are you gonna be in the members chat at all, even if it's just 10, 15 minutes?
I'll come hang out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah.
not forcing you to stay. You got a life and things
No,
to do.
you put me on the spot. Now I have to. Thanks a lot. No, of course.
Just real quick, man. We're gonna save the details about how that went when the girl came over. We'll save that for the private video.
It's not that great.
This is one you can answer too. Stop motion animation. I don't want to say that wrong. Hey dude, just one simple question. What is the best base body for Jada Chun Li? I use loose collector figures. What about you? Anything? If you had to put it on another body other than the Jada toys, I'm assuming that's what he means. What's another? If you take that head and put it on another body.
I don't know.
I don't see you kid bash often, so it's okay. It's okay.
The SH Figure Arts Chun-Li.
Okay. Yeah, that's
that
a nice one too.
Yeah. Whoa, dude, Jack Boy. Sorry, it's your show, not mine.
Let me see what you're talking about, because you scared the shit out of me, low key, just now. Oh my God, Jack Boy 20.
Can I? Damn! Can I play him some music?
Yes. Do whatever you want to do.
Jack Boy 20 with 50 channel memberships. Can you believe it? Holy hell! Jack Boy 20, thank you so much.
And then you wonder why your mics break, right? See how I whisper? This is the same guy that's complaining about his mics breaking. Yo, Jack Boy, thank you so damn much, man. That means so much. Thank you. I don't. That's 50 people that now have memberships. I'm not even gonna go try to read the names or try to find out who they are.
Oh,
but
I think everyone.
Right. Wow, Jack Boy, thank you for helping to grow the channel, and to spread awareness, especially when we have Ryan on, just to spread awareness about everything going on and just in general. Thank you so much for helping, Jack Boy. I appreciate that a lot.
Jack Boy, wow.
And Cosmic Gladiator Man gifted 5 memberships. Thank you.
So I don't want him to feel left out. Can I play him some music too?
Hell yeah. Hey, I like what he got.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Cosmic Gladiator, man. Thank you for supporting the channel and helping it grow, man. I appreciate you guys a lot, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so I'm assuming this is from Cosmic Max Nuke Snot. Yeah, it's gonna be too many names to read off anyway. But Jack Boy said, hey, hopefully that helps you out with DFW and a car. Thank you so much. You read my mind. That is exactly what this is going towards. Thank you. Will you be at DFW so I can say thank you in person? Hopefully, I don't know. Just comment in the chat if you're going to be able to make it to that show or not. But thank you so much, Jack Boy. I appreciate it. Same with Cosmic. Anybody that's gifted memberships, thank you so much. Sheesh, that made me sweat a little bit, man. And of course, our usual big supporter. Shout out to Brian Lacey, man. He's part of the Muscle Gang. What up, Ninja NLP? Think I'm gonna have a AFC shirt made for DFW. I'm hoping that I get some made. I gotta step my store game up. Ryan needs to give me some pointers because he has a nice ass store. The 3POA store has some really nice stuff in it. But I'm gonna take some pointers from Ryan. Thank you so much, Brian. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. Brian's gonna be there. I didn't know that, but that's cool.
Oh,
Nice
man.
to meet him in person finally.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he said he was gonna go. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure. That would be nice. He said he's gonna have the shirt and everything, so hopefully he does make it out. Hopefully he brings the missus too. There's not too many women in the toy space that actually support their mans having this hobby, but
Right.
she definitely sounds like one of them. Thank you, Desi and Hot Banana Water, which is a name I've seen on your channel before,
Yeah, hot
man.
banana water.
Yeah, man. Thank you guys so much for becoming channel members. Because I said I would kidnap you for like at least 10 minutes, Hot Banana Water, where they wanted to see you on that live, talk about how that experience went. And Keys Collects, thank you for being a member. What's your favorite? Okay, we did answer this one. Oh, he answered. I didn't get to say, but I was just gonna say I like a lot of I don't even want to call it red pill content, but I do like a lot of debates. I do like a lot of podcasts where they debate about relationships, life in general. The Whatever podcast. I used to like Fresh and Fit. They just seem like lames to me now at this point. They very emotional guys. Don't like them that much. But just any type of debate and stuff.
What about I forgot to mention this, but Joe Rogan. I love
Yes,
Joe Rogan.
yes. Right. I love
Like
Joe
him?
Rogan.
Yeah.
I love Penguins, like you said, Abba and Preach. I love the Abba and Preach channel. So yeah, give me one. Let's see what else is going on. Hey, V Conley in the building for my squad. Thank you for that super chat, V Conley, man. Show the ring, man.
Oh, I gotta get it.
Right. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Yeah, man. I think one of the worst things that Swiper Island did was make a mistake and come at Conley or Blue Serendipity at all. Like that was one of the biggest mistakes that he made, because that made everybody be like, "Oh, this guy got to get it. He got to get his." Figuratively, he has to get hurt.
Yep. In Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yes. Thank you so much, V Conley. I appreciate that. Shout out to Suka for being a channel member. He said, "What VI did is an existential threat to all creatives in every creative space. The ability to abuse fake copyright strikes is an attack on artistry."
Yeah. Yes.
Look at that picture. Speaking of artistry, that is nice, man. That is beautiful.
It says, "Mess with the nest, get the swarm."
That is awesome.
Love that.
Thank you so much, Suka. Of course, we agree. Todd, man, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Love listening to 3POA, and even when they have Toxic Valor on Ninja, you are the man when it comes to reviews. F Diaper Island. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man.
Well, since he mentioned it, I mean, is it cool if we just plug the next 3POA?
Hell yeah.
Okay. This Saturday, guys, on with Greg Brown from DFW G.I. Joe show. Well, let me say the full name. The DFW G.I. Joe and Action Figure Show. And we are going to have, since Todd mentioned it, I'm sharing my screen right now.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Bobby is back this Saturday after he was out of town on vacation with the missus, and then he went to China to work with the factories to bring costs down, and so he's back, and like I said, Greg Brown from the showrunner of the DFW G.I. Joe show.
Right, the actual showrunner of the show is going to be on the live.
Yep, he's going to be on with us talking about the show, and bring your questions for him. If you're going, or even if you're not going, bring your questions.
That is awesome. I definitely have some questions about just being a showrunner in general. Like, what are some of the complications and the things he has to deal with? But that is pretty cool that you guys are going to have him on. And you said that's when? Tomorrow? Or?
Yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow, 5 o'clock or 8 o'clock Eastern.
8 o'clock Eastern. That's the time that matters. Nobody lives by you.
It's true.
Shout out to Todd, though. Thank you for the super chat. Give him a reason to plug like he needed to. The DFW show. Yeah, tomorrow, 8 o'clock, man. 8 o'clock Eastern time. I'm definitely going to be there. Ken's Toys, thank you for being a channel member. He said, what type of camera do you two recommend? I think you, well, let's say if you had to recommend one.
For streaming or photography?
Let's say streaming.
I tried to use my photography camera for streaming. I got the app that you have to have. I can never get it to work. But for like I think they're like $120 now. You can get a Logitech Brio. That's what I have. That's what I'm using. I think it's good enough for streaming. For photography, I have the Canon T7.
Oh my God, you have to be a Canon guy. I'm a Nikon guy. They're all the same shit anyway.
Too. I have a Nikon.
It's all the same shit, just different names.
Yeah, I have a Nikon too, but I've never used it.
Okay, yeah, I'd recommend the Nikon 5600, and for streaming, whatever he recommended, I think that'll work really well.
What are you using for streaming right now?
I am using a Sony I think it's a A6400, or I think that's what it is. I can't tell from here.
Yeah, Tony.
It's really nice, but it's pricey.
Right, yeah. Tony uses a Sony something too, and I remember I asked him like, Tony, what do you use? I looked it up. I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that much for streaming.
Right, it's pretty pricey, and I mean the time.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say I wouldn't get something that pricey for streaming because YouTube doesn't support streaming in 4K. It's 1080p.
Right.
So it's a little bit overkill if you're just going for that. But go ahead.
No, I was going to say at the time, yeah, this is a really expensive camera. But like you said, I didn't get it with the intention of streaming at the time. I got it for just photography, videography. I just wound up using it for streaming because it has like really great autofocus. As you guys can see, the autofocus is super fast. But yeah, you could really, if you're clever, YouTube teaches you how to use and work with any and everything. But if you have money to spend, I would say I would go with the Sony brand because, I mean, it's a company that makes movies. So to me, they would have the best videography stuff. 1 second. Shout out to Valhalla. Thank you for being a channel member, man. I love that picture. Question for the both of y'all. Do you think there are too many toy channels? I wanted to start one, but I don't know if I'd be good at it. And it's also hard to stay on top of new releases. Any advice / tips?
Me first?
Yeah.
I don't think there's too many. There's a lot, right? But it's an open platform. Anyone can upload videos for whatever they want. If you want to stand out, you have to be unique in some way. I can't think of like a new format of toy content you could do. Maybe there's something that someone hasn't done yet, and that would be engaging and would stand out. Really, I think whatever you want to do, if you're going to do reviews, or you're going to do streaming, or you're going to do toy hunts, you have to have your own personality. You have to bring something unique, not necessarily content, but yourself. And be entertaining. Ramp things up, keep people engaged, make them want to have a good thumbnail, make them want to click your video. And then when they click it, you want to make them stay around. You want them to want to stick around. So you have to have entertaining, engaging content. And I think you start that by just having a personality.
But like he said, stay true to yourself. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah.
Absolutely awesome. You did bring up a thumbnail, which I think is super important. I would say that the thumbnail is almost or just as important as the entire video itself. The thumbnail is the door to the house. You need to give someone a reason to want to walk up to that house, to want to knock on the door, open the door, and walk through. So the thumbnail is extremely important. But I would also, don't even worry about, man. Don't worry about how many other toy channels there is. Just worry about finding yourself and being unique to yourself, your own voice, your own opinions. Just who cares what's out there already? Just worry about how you could put you out there. Basically, that's what I would say. Thank you.
I mean,
Valhalla.
look, when I watched Ninja's channel, what drew me to his channel was no one else had a channel like him. No one else was making content like Ninja. Sure, there's action figure reviews, but the way he did it was his way. It was unique, right? Your camera work, your lighting was awesome. you had your own voice, your own opinion about stuff. You know, you weren't walking a line for some company. You just seemed like an honest, open guy, and so that kept people clicking. And now, here you are with what, 24,000? Yeah, 24.
Yep.
Damn.
Thank you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. One second. Chat is just moving. I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to get to everybody, guys, because you know we are running over a little bit. Give me 1 second. Shout out to Vic Swirl, man. Thank you for being a channel member, bro. I appreciate you. He said, Kratos, love, 3POA, by the way. What do you think keeps you in the podcasting realm other than being the best Loki?
I enjoy it. It's not work for me. It's a hobby. I never dread doing a podcast. If I did, I wouldn't do it.
That's some good advice.
Yeah. This is for fun. It's not my job, even though it's kind of like a second job. But you know, they say if you can earn a living doing what you love, you'll never work another day in your life, right? So if I could make a living podcasting, I would love to do that. It's not. I don't think in my case it's very realistic, but yeah. What keeps me doing this is that I love doing it. It's fun.
Thank you so much, Vic Swirl. I appreciate it, man. Chinovo, thank you for becoming a channel member, man. I appreciate it.
I love his
I like that picture too. That was a time when things weren't as sensitive as they are now, man.
John Papa Sergio has an awesome custom of that character. What was his name? I know it's Robert Downey Jr., but I forget his name.
Shout out to Razel for being a channel member, man. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. I appreciate it a lot, man. Thank you. Ninja and Laser, curious if you two saw the new Anubis and Bastet figure Obscura. Just got them in hand and was blown away by the detail.
Everything I've seen, they look amazing. They look beautiful. They look great. Like pretty much anything the Four Horsemen do, they just look amazing. I just didn't really want Egyptian god action figures. Like I had no spot for them in my collection. Maybe if I had gone in on the NECA mummy and maybe had a display built around that, then I would get them. But I passed on them. But they look awesome. Oh, you got them, yeah.
Yeah, the detail on these things is beautiful. Definitely beautiful figures. I'm gonna share my thoughts on them soon, but just like you said, I think the detail. To me, it's on Mythic Legions only sucks in the articulation department.
Yeah.
But even that, they're slowly stepping it up. They've been moving in the right direction when it comes to that stuff. But that's the only department to me. Their sculpting, detail, paint apps is usually always on point.
I mean, I would totally be down to go deeper in Mythic Legions. They do single joints, right? If they had figures that could do this, I'd probably get a lot more. If
because they had figures that could have scrotums on their head.
Scrotums on their head, yeah,
okay,
and
all right.
hold a weapon with two hands.
Okay, exactly.
Yeah,
that's the bare minimum, I think. And it's funny when you brought them up. You brought up the fact that they have single joints. These Mythic Legions, they have single joints too, and it's like, come on, man. We're in what, 2024 now? Like, at what point do we start to leave single hinge joints in the past?
Some some collectors don't like it. They don't like double joints. They don't want to see the cuts and the articulation.
That is such a funny take, because I say to myself, okay, just a funny take. I say to myself, okay, so you have to see a cut right here, but oh my God, it's the end of the world if we put another cut right underneath it. Oh my God, it's the end of the world.
I am on your side. But I love more articulation in the figures, but it is what it is. Like, that's why I don't buy Super 7,
Right.
And the $55 price point. Yeah. I think those figures look awesome. They're just, they weren't something I needed.
Um, Candyman, thank you for being a channel member, man. I appreciate you. He said, "Is there another theme besides toys that you consider making a podcast about, or that you would consider making a podcast about? And would you do it alone, with guest, or with a permanent co-host?" You're the podcast guy.
Yeah, there is something I would like to do. I've recently gotten into watching The Biggest Problem in the Universe, and
Oh, you're
they
talking
are
about that. You're talking about that idea that you had with me and you do a podcast with no clothes on. Is that what you're talking about? No? Oh,
I
all
never
right.
no.
Yeah, you're talking about something else. Okay, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
no.
Go ahead.
But the biggest problem in the universe, this guy Dick Masterson, and I don't think that's his real name, and this other guy Vito, and they just rip on like people. I don't know. It's just really funny. It's entertaining. I could see maybe doing something like that. I don't know, but it it would be like a commentary channel like that, like
Yeah.
a very funny commentary channel.
Yeah, I could see myself taking a similar route. Either very funny, just a lot of comedic relief commentary channel when it comes to reactions or just on regular stuff, world news, things like that, Diddy shit.
No Diddy, no Diddy here.
You're right, you're right. Hey man,
Not on this side of the camera.
look who we got in the house, man. Not Top Goon. Thank you for being a member, man. Finally moved into my new apartment. DFW is so close, and I'm so excited to see you guys again. Hope y'all are taking care and see y'all soon.
Yeah, man. It's like what, 4 weeks away,
Yeah,
right
man.
around the
I'm
corner.
nervous. I gotta make sure I get everything in order already. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Just more love for you, Ryan. Love you guys. Big shout out to Ryan and the 3P away from the art of Jerry.
Thank you, Jerry.
Thank you, Todd, for becoming a new channel member, man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. Thank you for joining the Ninja Clan. We're gonna go live in like 10 minutes as soon as this ends. We got another celebrity in the house, Master Son 42. Everybody knows I will be at this show.
Oh, really?
See, as soon as I brought him up, you had a smile on your face. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a
Well,
beautiful thing when another man can just automatically bring a smile to your face. Master Son could do that, clearly.
maybe DFW isn't for me.
Oh my God.
If Master Son's going, I mean,
Oh.
maybe I'll stay home.
Hopkins, thank you for being a channel member. He said, "Hey Ninja, did you ever do a tour of your collection? I remember that you saying you'd have a member stream showing that." Yes, I did, man. Check out the members' videos. I did do a tour. I went literally shelf by shelf, showing off my collection. It is not as extensive as what that guy has behind him, but I did try to theme it and like fill up the shelves because they're not like big bookcases or nothing. Even if it's not a lot of quantity, I tried to have the quality and the themes there. But just check out the private videos, man. You're a channel member, so that is accessible to you in the private videos.
What blew me away is that you numbered them. Like the thumbnail said 800 figures.
Yeah, I just started, like, I was sitting here one day and I just was bored, so I was going shelf by shelf and just counting them. And I think that was on the low end.
I think if I counted my action figures, I don't know if I'd want to live. I'd
But
be ashamed.
guys, check out his collection video too, because your collection video,
I
shout
have
out to
3 of
Drew
them.
G. Yeah, he has 3 collection videos. He needs 3 of them because that's how much shit he has. And Drew G also has an amazing collection, man. There's
He
so many
does.
guys that just show off some amazing collections. But definitely check out their collection videos. Mine's is for the private members. So Hopkins, make sure you check that out, man. You're a channel member. Just Jeff said, Ninja and Ryan, you both been in the game for a while. What's one thing that you haven't seen in figure form that you would like to? Go ahead, Ryan.
I've said it a million times. Well, I've said it a few times. The Beastie Boys. I want Beastie Boys action figures. I would like other musicians in action figure form that aren't made by McFarlane and basically statues. I would like highly articulated figure. Like SH Figure Arts made Freddie Mercury. I got both of those. They made Michael Jackson. I had that one. I would like more stuff like that. More real world people, specifically musicians. And also I would like a starting lineup line, but I want athletes from my generation. You know, the
Okay.
90s. I want a
Okay.
Sean Kemp. I want a Gary Payton. I want a Ken Griffey Jr. I want a Steve Largent. You know, but that's like that'll probably never happen. I would
Um,
love that. Yes, Joshua Johnson. I would love a Kurt Cobain. Eminem. I would like that. Mezco made Eminem back in the day, but again, they're like statues. I would love a Notorious B.I.G. Not from Super 7. Yeah.
I'm right there with you. When you started naming Eminem and Notorious B.I.G. and stuff, back in the day, I used to play this game called Def Jam Fight for New York,
Yeah.
Def Jam
Sure
City.
those.
I'm like, man, if there was a toy line just going off of everyone that's been in the Def Jam, I'm like, those are automatic pickups, man. For so many reasons, civilian characters are just automatic pickups. They have some amazing people. That would be awesome. And I say all the time, I wish we had like Street Sharks, things like that. But I'm a big anime fan, so I wish we had like good Attack on Titan action figures, and I would pay money, HasLab money, for actual Titan size figures that, let's say, the tallest could be like Giant Man size. That would be awesome to me.
Yes, Chinovo, real quick. Yes, Tupac. I would love a Tupac.
I would love that too. That
Yep.
would be awesome. He said, "Hey guys, the ramen racers are starting to arrive. Is that true? I didn't know about that.
Yeah, someone in Texas already got theirs. They're shipping now.
Wow, I did not know about that. That is awesome." Charles said, "Ninja, the Cyberpunk girls from the 5K just shipped. I'm glad that you got one because they sold out shortly after the video was posted. So I'm definitely glad that you got it. I'm getting a lot of comments, people saying the link doesn't work. It doesn't work because I'm pretty sure they're sold out now." Mad Villain says, "Ninja and Ryan, did you guys hear that the McFarlane Toys is making Marvel statues?"
I did, and I thought that's the big announcement. Okay, I didn't care.
Did you think it was a possibility for them to be in 7-inch scale action figures?
No,
Okay.
no, because that's what Diamond Select is.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That makes sense, man.
Yeah.
See, look, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one that likes your unboxings, man.
Thanks. It's just if I'm going to do an unboxing, it's got to be something special like that, and you know I don't get it. I have 3 HasLabs, and one of them was a gift, so they don't come that often. But when I get Giant Man, I'll tell you what, I'll do one.
Yeah, sounds good. Blake said, "Hey Ninja, you going to Legion's Con this year? I got chosen for the intern for the day. Congratulations, that's pretty cool.
Cool.
I'm super pumped. It would be cool to see you and Ryan there. So Ryan lives so far away. He doesn't often make it up to the East Coast. When he does, he usually announces it because that's not pretty often. So I don't think you're gonna be at Legion's Cons, right? Are you?
I'm not.
Okay.
I'm going to be at Terrificon, but Blake said he's in my area in the Pacific Northwest. So, yeah. But I mean,
Okay.
I'll be at Terrificon in Connecticut. That's the only East Coast con that I'm going to this year.
I'm not sure if I'm gonna be there. Depends. If Duarte Studio goes, I go to just check out his table because he gets like 2 or 3 tables and he puts like full size dioramas on those tables, and they just look amazing in person. So if he goes, that'll kind of motivate me to go just because I want to see what he has out. And I'm not sure if Nicole Customs is gonna go. That would, if both of them go, I'm definitely there. But I don't have a lot of motivation to go as of right now, and I have to budget so much for saving for these other conventions.
I tell you what, if I would love to go to New York Comic Con again, we all need to tell Bobby to get to New York Comic Con.
Yeah, he be playing games. He be playing
needs a
games when it
presence
comes to
there,
the East
man.
Coast stuff. Yeah.
Action
He acts
Force,
like
Falaverse needs to be there.
right, just because he doesn't like city environments and shit like that.
Yeah.
He needs to be there. That's where the big dogs go. You know what I'm saying? He should be there. Razel, thank you so much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. He said it's funny you mentioned two-handed poses, Laser. The Night Buck on Mythic Legions and Anubis can do two-handed weapon poses. They have deeper cuts.
That's cool. Then I thought about getting that new Knight that they did, but
The Valiant Knight that everybody's talking about, like the articulation, right?
Yeah, I never pulled the trigger on it, but maybe I'll get one.
Yeah, it looks like that they're definitely trying to step up their articulation, and there are deeper cuts on these Egyptian figures. I can definitely say that for sure.
That's
Shout
cool.
out to Jelly Jam. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. Gun damn it still has Cyber Girls for 66 USD. Thank you so much. I will update my link and put that in there for people. Thank you, Jelly. I appreciate that. Tim agreed with me. He said, "Yeah, Duarte's setup at Legion's Con was awesome." Yeah, his setups at these tables are they're ridiculous, man. You already know this year is going to be groundbreaking, my biggest show yet. See, he shit.
What's up, Duarte?
Why you gotta say it like that, Duarte?
I don't know, because that's how I say stuff.
Oh
All right.
man. All right,
Well, we
so
got beef now.
look,
Come on,
I
copyright
did.
strike your channel.
Oh my God. Yeah, I bet you would. I bet you would. Yo, could you imagine how crazy you would look if you ever did that to somebody after all this shit?
Oh my god!
Oh my God.
I just have to
That
disappear from the internet forever.
right. So I did ask some of my community members. I'm just gonna blitz through some of these questions. Someone said, "Can Valverse make a character with Ryan's likeness, please? Character can be named the White Potato." I don't know how you feel about that.
That's up to Bobby, and I don't think he has any interest at all in ever doing that. No matter how much anyone asks, that will never happen.
Thor said, "Apart from blocking the usual a-holes, what other methods can be used for you to avoid unwanted pests?"
I don't know. What, like copyright strikers, or just?
I'm just gonna assume I'm gonna say blocking, but it's just what other methods can be used to avoid unwanted pests. I'm gonna say blocking is the best option.
As long as you have the truth on your side, as long as you're just an honest person, they'll have nothing on you. They can say whatever they want. They can say their lies. But as long as you're an honest person and you have the truth on your side, who cares? As far as copyright striking, right now there's really no way to avoid that.
True.
I mean, YouTube has a better system in place, but on Instagram, if someone don't like you, sorry, it sucks.
True.
Yeah.
Predpool asks, "Hello Ninja and Ryan. I watch most of your videos and I really enjoy the way you do them. What advice would you or LaserPants give if a company sends you an early product to review, to look at, and to give an honest review without burning bridges, but you're not fully impressed with the product? And have either of you ever had a company cut ties?"
I've never been offered a free anything from a company.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Ramen Toy sent me a prototype of their pilot figures, Aces of Aviation. But
I gotta get those, man. They look so nice.
Yeah, he said Ace didn't ask me to do a review. He just sent it to me.
That is awesome, man. That is awesome.
But no, I'm not really interested in doing reviews, and I don't do reviews, so no company has ever reached out to me. And if they're familiar with 3POA, they're not going to send me anything. And that's fine. I don't care.
I would just say be true to yourself. Yeah, I've had companies cut ties with me, and when I've sent stuff back, I actually have a small pile of some stuff from different companies or maybe from different places that they just took it upon themselves to send me whatever they wanted to, and I had to explain that's not really how things work. Because you're not going to get me, like Ryan said, to sit behind a computer for 8 hours on something that I don't like. So, yeah, just be true to yourself. Buffalo says, "Say you only have 5 minutes to evacuate the premises due to a fire or something like that. What 5 figures are you grabbing, LaserPants?"
My one-of-one Pandora prototype figure.
Wow, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
You didn't even question. That was automatic number 1.
I've said it before. That was a gift from my wife, that she was able to get from Bobby. So it means a lot because it was, it's from my wife. And it's one of one. If the maker puts it on the package, that's one of one. To me, that's one of one. That's, So I'd grab that one. I got to name 4 more. I'd probably grab a Sentinel and Galactus. So that's 3. And 2 more. I'd grab Mezco Christopher Reeve Superman.
You realize it's a good thing you're a big guy. You just grabbed 2 toddler-sized
Yeah.
figures.
Hey, he said 5 figures.
Okay. All right.
And one more. I would grab what means a lot to me. I grab my signed desert rat.
That is awesome.
Yeah, because I have personal connections to a lot of that. You know, even the HasLabs. The HasLabs, you know, they helped out the 3POA channel. I'm just gonna say it. People tuned in to hear about the HasLabs. So I feel like I have a personal connection to those, and I was positive about the Sentinel and the Galactus when they were up. Now the Sentinel, I beat it up when I got it in hand because of the issues with it and how Hasbro handled it. Yeah, those are my 5.
I don't know. I would really have to think about it. I don't know. He said it so quick, like he knew already. Like he preps for this fire to happen. But Art C Design says there are a lot of toy podcasts and reviews. How would someone break in at this point of the game? Any advice? You mentioned earlier.
Have your own personality.
Right.
Be unique. Like however you do it, if you're going to do hands and camera, or you can do something like Ninja does with all the badass cinematography, or you're going to be just quick to the point, no BS, 100% honest, even when they're free like Anthony's Customs. Just have your own personality in there. Bring something unique that way. Be entertaining.
I agree with that. Alan Kenny said, how many diapers can a diaper island diaper if a diaper island only diapers islands? That was his question. Collect to Disconnect said, is it cool hair like LP's or a cool mask like yours that is required to run a successful toy podcast? I don't run a successful toy podcast. I podcast from time to time to have fun with my community members. But that's a question for you, man. Is it the cool hair that you need to have a successful podcast?
No.
I don't know about that, bro. I think if you had no hair like me, I think less people would show up, bro.
One of these days I'm going to come on camera I'm going to have a shaved head, and then you guys are going to really regret ever watching this show.
Put like one of those tight shower caps on and just do the makeup.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
Don't really mess up the hair. And how Jordan said, if I had to pick, I think I'd go podcasts, but it also depends on who's doing the podcast, because some people are mind-numbingly boring to watch. He's talking about which better, toy reviews or podcasting.
What's better? What do I enjoy more? Podcasting. And yeah, don't just sit there and have a take, have an opinion, make a stand on something. You know, just like I said, have a personality. Don't fall into the mix of boring live streams that are just
facts.
Stand out by being different, by being you and being entertaining.
Facts. I asked Jack Boy if he was going to DFW earlier. He said, unfortunately not. I have to work. Man, that really sucks, man. But thank you once again for that huge support on the channel. Hopefully, me and Ryan do get to meet you one day. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Fighting Codename says, LP has become a true professional YouTuber and extremely entertaining.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
You are a professional, whether you want to admit it or not at this point.
I don't. Okay. I'm just
said okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Matt with 2 T's says, well, one, thank you for being a channel member, man. I appreciate it. Guys, I have an actual question. What do you think about the ML Capcom Sentinel rumor going around?
So I haven't seen Manny's video yet, but I did see someone post a picture of like a mock-up of it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm in. I will get 10
I have
of those
no
things.
idea what you're talking about. I gotta check Manny's video, and you need to send me whatever picture you're talking about.
You never played the X-Men arcade game where
I did.
they're fighting
Yes.
human-sized sentinels?
Yes.
Okay, remember they pick up the rock and throw the rocket at you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they teased that rock on the last Marvel Legends live stream. And everyone's like, what is this rock?
Cool.
What is this rock? Well, I guess Manny, our friend X-Manny87, figured it out. That's the friggin' rock from the game. So it looks like we're going to be getting the 6-inch scale Sentinels, and if they do that, I'm getting 10.
That's your
I will,
minimum. That's the
dude. I'm
minimum for you.
all over that army builder. I will be completely financially irresponsible with that figure.
That is awesome. I mean, I hope
Yeah.
they do. And it would be Manny to figure it out, man. He's I don't even know what you would call it. A Marvel Legends historian? Is that what we could call it?
He as far as having a knowledge on Marvel comics and the Marvel Legends line, I think X Manny is the go-to. Like
Yeah.
I mean, he's my go-to. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, I would go to him too.
and
Definitely.
he's just a really good dude.
Hmm.
Like we've met him and hung out with him in person, him and Swift at Joe Fest, and yeah, he's just super nice and yeah, good guy, X Manny.
Yeah. Awesome. Awesome guy. Um, Eric Alfred Abel, thank you for being a channel member, man. What's up, Ryan Ninja? Are you planning on streaming regularly? See you at DFW. Don't eat the clam chowder. What is that about, the clam chowder?
I don't know if I'd eat seafood anywhere in the middle of the country, unless it's like like out of a lake, because that's too far from the ocean. Seafood has to be fresh.
Okay.
But yeah, cool. Eric's going to DFW. We saw him last year with his daughter, who's serving in the Marines. I hope I didn't get that wrong. I think the Marines. They were at Joe Fest, so we got to meet them and hang out with them. Good people.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he showed up at was it? I think it was the most recent ZoloCon. I love having conversations with him and his daughter. Some amazing, fun ass conversations.
Dude, Eric's all over the place.
Especially, yeah, he's a Mr. International. That's what I call ramen toys. But clearly, Eric is also Mr. International. Yeah, I'm gonna try to stream at least once every 2 weeks, similar to 3POA schedule. Guys, I'm not lying, man. Having him on the channel, thank you, Eric. Thank you so much for the members chat and supporting. But having him on the channel is a big deal because I don't know someone that is a better host. So yeah, we poke fun and talk shit, and I call him a professional host and stuff like that. But I cannot name a lot of people that can multitask the way that he can. It's like he keeps up with everything 24/7. I don't know if you guys watch Chad, another amazing content creator, but me and him be struggling to keep up with the chat. This guy does it like the chat is in his head already. Like he just does everything on a higher level. So I appreciate you, man. I appreciate what you do, how good you are at what you do. And I definitely try to take a lot of notes from you when it comes to live streaming, for sure.
Thanks, man.
So I finally made it to the end. I know you want to get out of here, man.
Whatever you want to do.
You're good.
I'm good.
So I have one last question. We went through the community questions. We went through that. I figure we'll end it off on a pretty deep question. This last question, it says, if current LaserPants could go back in time and tell Baby Pants one message, what would it be? So modern you gets to talk to a younger you. What would that message be? And when I say young, I mean maybe we're talking teenager, maybe even a little bit younger. So just for everybody in the chat, a modern LaserPants gets to go. He gets to send a message to his younger self. This is not toy related. I just mean in general, man. You get to send a message to your younger self. What do you think it would be?
I wish I had something like deep and powerful to say, but I don't know. I'd probably say first thing after high school, buy a house. Houses are going to get really expensive.
That is some good ass advice, man.
Just however you have to do it. If you have to move in like 3 buddies to rent rooms and share the mortgage, just buy a friggin' house ASAP.
Yes, I can 100% agree with that. That is definitely some good advice, man. Let me just see real fast. Jeff says, a voice not joining the fight for the rights of people to speak out and to express art is a voice that speaks loudly enough to know where they stand. That was worded very nice.
Deep. That was deep,
yes.
Jeff.
That was. Sometimes he does have some of the deep thoughts. I feel the same way, Lupin, man, waiting for that Valorverse Praetorian Guard figure. How many of those are you getting?
10.
10? That's your like
probably
minimum?
Not all at once, you know.
Okay.
I'll start with like 3 or 4 and get a couple here and there.
I'm hoping he has. Did he say if he would have them for show at the DFW show? Will they be on display?
What about being a what? What was that?
Will he have the Praetorian figures on display at DFW?
Yeah. He's going to have all of Series 5 on display. Not for sale yet. They should, they're going up for pre-order very soon, next week or the week after, and then they'll be shipping at the end of summer. So,
and right before we get out of here, Duarte Studio says, "Beef, I got the grill. Hey LP, while you're sitting there convincing Bobby to go to New York City, tell him he can make a pit stop at the studio and pick up an epic Dio."
Yeah, man, I will.
That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Once again, man, I really appreciate having you on. Thank you so much. Just in general, I always give you your roses in private and in public, because just keeping it real in general obviously is a big thing for me. But I definitely appreciate you a lot, man. And eventually one day I'll be half as good as you are when it comes to all this live streaming stuff.
You're good, man. Listen, thanks for having me on, and I'm humbled that I am your first guest. Thank you.
Bro, I had to return the favor. I am pretty sure you were the first person on the 3POA to actually say my name on stream. You were the first person, and you've always continued to support me and my channel and everything that I'm doing over here.
Well, I just liked your content. I came to it through someone posted like, "Oh, look at this guy. He's crapping all over Valiverse figures." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, so I clicked on it, watch it. I'm like, no, that's a fair assessment. I'm like, this is fine. Like, it's okay to be critical of stuff. You weren't getting personal with people. You weren't like, you seemed like an honest person, and your video was good, and I had no issue with it. And I'm like, Bobby, check this out. And he saw it, and he was like,
right,
this guy's shitting on my figures. I said, and
he would say that.
I'm like, it's good credit. And he's like, yeah, you know what? He's right. And then you actually changed stuff in the line, which was
everything
good.
Went from there, man. But once again, it started from your assessments and you being level-headed, which I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. You're welcome.
So guys, if you're a channel member, make sure that you stick around for the members chat. I don't want him to stay for long. We've already been here for quite a while, but you guys had a ton of questions, and he is definitely the man of the hour, or I should say 2 hours. But I appreciate you guys a lot. Is there anything else that you would like to say, LaserPants?
Come to the 3POA podcast tomorrow. Subscribe to 3POA. Watch the show tomorrow. Unsubscribe to Viper Island.
Facts. And the link for his channel is in the description below, guys. So just click the link, go to his channel, make sure you tune in tomorrow. I will 100% be there. But if that's everything, I guess we could leave off on, our platinum record once you show the ring, man. Peace.
Loompa doopa dee doo. I'm Swiper Island stealing from you. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. You are not allowed to criticize me. What do you get when you're a liar and weak? Me. Who doesn't know the meaning of accountability? Me. What do you get posting something I don't like? I will silence you with a copyright strike. I am just a piece of shit. Oompa loompa doopa dee doo. I'm Swiper Island stealing from you. Oompa loompa doopa dee dee. You are not allowed to criticize me.